So this tutorial will be looking at how local authorities promote participation. And before we start, it's quite important we have an understanding of what local authorities are. Essentially, local authorities are local government, and the local government or the local authority have responsibility for using money that comes from local taxes to provide, in this case, sport for the local community. So let's have a look then at exactly how local authorities do promote participation in physical activity. Now, one of the first and probably the most obvious example to give is that of facilities. In most towns there's some kind of leisure centre, leisure facility, as you can see in the image here, but they might also be responsible for providing facilities such as tennis courts in the local park. It's equally important that local authorities provide transport for members and individuals of the community who might not be able to get to these facilities, and so transport would be another thing they do in order to promote, or provide in order to promote participation. A key thing about providing and promoting participation is the variety of different sports and activities that are available. Clearly, if a local authority just provided one sport, let's say football for an example, that would perhaps only be attractive to a small minority of the community and exclude other members of the community who might not be interested in football. So clearly a large variety of activities is important in promoting participation. It's also really important that there's ease of access, that a local sports centre, a sport facility is local and it's easy to get to. This is a key concept here, this concept of affordability, and making sure the local council authority needs to make sure that the facilities that are on offer, the different activities that are on offer, are affordable. And it may be that in some cases that they subsidise some of the activities, so that means that people perhaps who are not in employment, or students, or elderly people may not be able to pay as much as the normal asking rate, and therefore their fees are subsidised. Talking of elderly people, one of the things that local authorities might want to do is to target particular groups of people. And you can see here we're looking at perhaps people who are over the age of 50. People, for example, they might put classes on at the local leisure centre which are just for females. And these are key important things that the local authorities need to do, is to target particular user groups. With that also comes the concept of people with disabilities, and it's really, really important, it's vital of course, that there's equal opportunities and that local authorities are seen to provide the same opportunities for those with disabled or disabilities as well as able-bodied. So disability is really, really crucial. And lastly, I think it's important that local authorities are shown to provide the opportunity for coaching, which allows individuals to develop and progress in their sports. So to recap, we can see that we need to just make sure we're probably making 4 or 5 key points if we're asked a question about how local authorities promote participation. You'd need to be talking about the facilities that they provide. Give some examples: the local leisure centre, the local tennis courts in the park. Mention variety. It's really important that there's a large variety of activities available. Identify that transport may be an issue, and therefore providing transport might help people to get to their activity. And also this key concept of accessibility, the fact that the leisure centre needs to be local so that it allows many people to get to it. This concept of affordability, making sure that the facilities are affordable and that sometimes the activities are subsidised so that people can afford them. Local authorities need to target groups such as over 50s and women to make sure that they are taking part in activities. Also, there needs to be sufficient and adequate opportunity for those with disabilities, and coaching, the opportunity to develop and progress, is also vitally important.